Along with Mark Gregory, and again, Mark, another season of South River football on TV 35. The Rams playing host to the 1-0 Trojans. Bishop Ahr last week defeating St. Peter's 17-6. That ball game stopped the Cardinals' 10-game winning streak, and we'll see if that gives Bishop Ahr a little bit of an edge, having a game under their belt. Last year, we remember the Rams an atrocious opening game at Bishop Ahr, clobbered by the Trojans, 42-14. I'm sure Bill Shateri remembers.
I think it'll be turned around this year. I think definitely they have an advantage of playing the game, a little experience. They're young kids, they're a young team. They have two starters on offense, one starter on D-back. Senior Tim Simon is the captain, 3-year starter, and an all-county place kicker, Tom Whitaker. And I think the Trojans will give the Rams a good fight, but I think South River is the favorite here.
You mentioned the Trojans 1-0. Defending 1984 Parochial A South champion. Tough squad last year. Defense posted 6 shutouts, and they've been hurt by graduation. Lost 2 1,000-yard rushers in Alexis Greaves and Joe McLaughlin. Destroyed the Rams, a potent running attack a year ago. So a lot of inexperienced ball players for Tony Asciutino. And the Rams, not a very big squad this year, a lot of freshmen.
Yeah, they have all the freshmen playing. They have all the freshmen on board. They suit up for every game now.
Rams lead the lifetime series between the Trojans 6-1. So Tom Whitaker, the kickoff. Chipkowski is back deep for South River. Cutting inside, has running room. Finally wrestled down at the 35-yard line by Carey of Bishop Ahr. So a good start for South River.
I think so. Beautiful wall right. Beautiful wall right.
So Michael Poor, of course, started last year for South River. He'll start again at quarterback, the 5'8" senior. Number 64, John Murphy, is at center. The guards are Nowicki and Drum, Crawford, and Shern, the tackles. Backfield, Tom Chipkowski, Joe Chipkowski, and guard Smollett. This is Joe Chipkowski cutting inside. Brought down by John Facone. So short pickup for South River. It'll be second down. Let's set the Bishop Ahr defense. Defensive ends are Martin Wilson and Luke Buza. The tackles, Chris McLaughlin and John Dando. Peter Mercurio is the nose guard. They work out of a 5-2. So the two linebackers, Mike McGoldrick and Mike Byrne. Defensive halfback, Aaron Veras and John Facone. And Tim Simon and Dave Geronimo in the safeties for Bishop Ahr. Second down for South River. Crawford.
Big Larry Crawford. Counterplay.
Larry Crawford on the carry.
They're going to be short of a first down, Craig. Third down, I think they'll run. Not really a passing situation.
We call it third and a long one for South River first down. Art Diem has come on, number 21 for South River. Chipkowski has the first down.
Tackle, though. Number 44, Dave Geronimo.
So a new alignment this year, Mark, in Middlesex County. Rams playing out of the Independence Division, Bishop Ahr out of the Liberty Conference. So it's basically the same bicentennial schedule, but they've just grouped all the schools together.
Yeah, they did. I think they're going to make another change.
Official timeout on the play.
I think they're calling it the Big Mac. It's
Greater Middlesex Conference. I hear this may be the last year South River may play Bishop Ahr. It's rumored St. Pius may be added to the schedule this year
that's the thing.
for next season.
St. Pius will be the only addition. We play Homedale this year. They're new on the schedule. We played them last year, right?
Rams staying on the ground. Joe Chipkowski trying to cut back in. Gain of about 3. Brought down by Tim Simon with some help from number 62, Mike McGoldrick. You don't figure the Rams to pass. If you watch the scrimmages, the 3 scrimmages that they have, the Rams basically stay on the ground, and Joe Chipkowski is going to be an important part of Bill Shatteri's offense.
He's going to be the workhorse. He's going to get the ball a lot. Most of the time, I'd say 80% of the time, they're going to give the ball to Joe.
Call second down and a long 7. Again, Joe Chipkowski stopped at the line of scrimmage. Hit there by number 73, John Dando.
Obviously, the passing down now.
Joe Chipkowski on the carry, brought down by Dando. Third down for South River.
They're going to have to put the ball up. Oh, it's second down. Excuse me. No, it is third down. I'm sorry. Third and long. So the Rams should put it in the air for the first time today.
Number 21, Art Diem, is split wide to the right. Gart Smalley, the wingback, wearing number 27. First throw on the afternoon, incomplete. Joe Chipkowski hearing the footsteps. Number 44, Dave Geronimo. So fourth down for South River. Pass ball incomplete. Ended for Joe Chipkowski. Fourth down for South River.
Well, Craig, the Rams are going to have to punt it away.
Dave DiGeronimo, number 44, is back deep for the Trojans. Craig Bailey will punt for South River, number 87. Fair catch by DiGeronimo. Ball is loose, and Bishop Ahr recovers. Fair catch call by DiGeronimo. Bishop Ahr first.
So we'll see the South River 5-3 defense, so potent years ago.
The Ram defense, Joe May and John Murphy at the ends. The tackles, Dennis Nowicki and Bill Shern. Larry Crawford, who led her as a freshman, will start at nose guards. The linebackers, Joe Chipkowski, Sid Crawford. Big change this year. And Tom Chipkowski, that secondary, Mike Dean, Bob Ballas, and Joe Drum.
We got to change. Smalley's going to be the middle linebacker. They put Sid Crawford back on the line.
Handoff to Adam Veltri, 5'6" junior. Tony Martinez, who won the quarterbacking job, will start at quarterback, number 17, a junior. Backfield is Robert Jazikoff and Adam Veltri. Wide receiver, Tim Simon. The tackles, Joe Fugaro and Tom Rotary. Luke Buza and Martin Wilson are the guards. Like Bill Raybert is the center. So 2nd and 9 for Bishop Ahr. Stay on the ground. Belfry once again.
Smalley with a nice hit. There's a counter play.
Belfry on the carry.
Jarring tackle. Come from the middle linebacker position.
So last week the Trojans a 17-6 win over St. Peter's. Tony Martinez passed for a touchdown, completed 4 for 49 yards. So it looks like the Trojans will be primarily a running club. Just 4 passes completed last week.
Definitely a passing situation here.
3rd and 8. Martinez back to throw under pressure. Gets it off. Intercepted by Joe Chipkowski. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown. Penalty flag, though, on the play.
No penalty flag. That was ripped from Chipkowski's shirt. Martinez had some pressure. Inexperience shows. He just let that ball ride. Craig, he should have stepped up in the pocket and either run with the ball or tuck it away.
For Michael Thor. No good, so Rams win the Trojans 6-0. Mike Lepore set to kick off. That's the way you want to start the season. We mentioned last year the Rams humiliated by Bishop Ahr. You know, they really want to beat the Trojans bad.
Definitely. Chipkowski was there. The coverage, beautiful.
Mike Lepore will kick off for South River. Tim Simon is back in. Running out of Beltray. So Simon and Beltray back deep for the Trojans. Lepore to kick off, soccer-style kicker. Fielded by Simon at his own 20. Has some running room. Spins off a tackle. Finally wrestled down by Lepore with some help from Jeff Dorian. So a nice run back by Tim Simon.
Short kick.
Simon on the run back. Run down by Lepore and Dorian. First down Trojans.
Was short of a, like, hung up there, that kick. Short, though. Gave the Trojans time to set up their wall. It was right up the middle. Simon almost broke that.
So Bishop Ahr working 1st and 10, their own 41-yard line. Tim Simon is wide to the left. Martinez the pitch. And Adam Beltray tried to get around outside. Nice pursuit there by the Ram defense.
Mike Dean came up nice from the safety position.
Mike Dean on the tackle as Beltray was carried. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9 for Bishop Ahr. Be surprised if there's some talk of Sid Crawford starting the middle linebacker, but Bill Shateri is inserted guard Smalley.
I think he plays the pass a little better than Sid. Sid's quick, but Garth a little more mobile back there.
Again on the ground, straight up the middle, nothing. Adam Beltray, Ram defense is sharp.
Sort of another kind of quick counter. The Crawford brothers up there. South River, pretty big defensive line. Sid, 250. Bill Shern, 250. Larry's no slouch himself.
Shern and Nowicki, big kids, so. The Ram defense should be fairly strong. It's how the offense will a lot on, Joe Chipkowski's shoulders. 3rd and 8 for Bishop Ahr. Draw play. Rams read that beautifully. Guard Smalley on the tackle.
Guard, proving that he earned that position, and it's proven that he's playing. He's playing well. So punting situation, I don't think St. Thomas hasn't had too many yards total offense so far. Although we're still late in the first quarter.
Kevin DiNuzzo on the punt for Bishop Ahr. Joe Chipkowski is back deep. Rams let it roll, and it's going to be touched down inside the 20 by John Copeland at the 18-yard line.
We've always had trouble fielding punts, Craig. We always let them roll. I think, these players should get under them and catch them. Even if it's a fair catch, they catch that ball at the 30. It's 10 yards, field position, the name of the game.
So 6-0 South River lead. 1st and 10 Rams. They spot it at the 19-yard line. Diamond at wide receiver is wide to the right. Joe Chipkowski goes in motion. Give the time, Chipkowski. He was hit down by number 31, Peter Mercurio, junior nose guard. Loss of about a half a yard, so we'll call it 2nd down. And a long 10 as Mike Dean comes on. One thing I noticed in the Rams scrimmages, especially against Asbury Park, they're still vulnerable to any kind of quick running game. There was no drives by Asbury Park, just touchdowns on big plays.
Well, lately, in the last couple of years, we've been giving up the big play. Chipkowski doesn't get too far around the left end.
Joe Chipkowski struggling to get back to the line of scrimmage. Third down now for South River.
Craig, I would think that would be a passing down at 2nd and long.
Probably hesitant to pass so deep in their own territory.
Still, it's early in the game. We have a lead.
Substitutions for South River. Bob Ballas and Larry Crawford comes on. Ballas wearing number 82. Third down, long 10. Lepore back to throw. Scrambling out of the pocket. Looks to run. Trying to cut to the outside. And brought down by number 44, Dave Geronimo. With some help from Peter Mercurio. So fourth down for South River. Dave Geronimo on the tackle for Bishop Ahr. Fourth down for South River. So Craig Bailey will punt for South River. DeGeronimo and Simon are back deep, waiting at their own 45-yard line. Line drive kick. Takes a Bishop Ahr bounce and finally touched down. Trojans starting with excellent field position. The spot at the South River 45-yard line. Be a big test for the defense here.
True. Field position, Craig. Name of the game. I said it earlier, and Bishop Ahr winning that battle right now.
Tim Simon is wide to the right for Bishop Ahr. Backs are split straight up the middle. There is wrestled down by Larry Crawford. Some help from Sid Crawford.
Run over that the left side. I think that's the biggest gain today.
Pressure on the side, went down by Larry Crawford and Sid Crawford. Second down. Call a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 for Bishop Ahr. And that'll do it for quarter number 1. So the score after 1, South River 6, Bishop Ahr nothing. So first play of the second quarter, Rams on top, 6-0. Tim Simon wide to the right. Some motion on the line. Hold everything, looked like number 61. Martin Wilson, 6-foot junior, jump for Bishop Ahr. So 5-yard mark off. Against Bishop Ahr, 5-yard mark off. So it'll be a 2nd and 10 now for Bishop Ahr. Legal procedure. Rams going with Jim Mackwitz, Mike Dean, and Bob Ballas in the secondary. Martinez loses the snap, falls on it. And some Ram players signaling they have it. But it'll be Bishop Ahr ball. Trojans had good field position, but a penalty and a fumble. Call it now a 3rd and about 13.
Definitely a passing situation, Greg. The Rams secondary this year playing the pass pretty well in the scrimmages. Although teams really haven't. I don't think New Brunswick, not too many teams in the conference are going to give a passing threat.
A passing situation for Bishop Ahr. Martinez again loses the ball, and this time South River has it.
Tom Chipkowski got that ball.
So South River off the Bishop Ahr turnover. 1st and 10, working from their own 47-yard line. Art Diem wide to the left. Straight ahead, Joe Chipkowski for about a yard. Met there by number 55, Mike Burns, sophomore linebacker. Second down for South River. Call it a long 8. Rams staying on the ground. Larry Crawford stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nice pursuit there. Brought down by number 61, Martin Wilson. Larry Crawford on the carry. Wilson on the tackle for Bishop Ahr. 3rd down.
I think the Rams are going to have to start coming out 1st down, try to put it in the air a little bit, mix it up. Instead of going 2 and pass or 3 runs.
Bill Shatteri's squad faced with a 3rd and 9. Tom Chipkowski and Larry Crawford. Out of the I formation, Laporta throw on 3rd down. Has guard Smalley across midfield, cutting inside. He'll be shy of the 1st down. Brought down at the Bishop Ahr 47 by Tim Simon.
Rams sent everybody deep. They sent everybody deep. Smalley dragged over the middle, and he should have just went right for that marker instead of trying to cut it upfield. He should have went out. I think he could have got the 1st down if he would have angled himself towards the sideline for the marker instead of going for the big play. I mean, you want to get the 1st down.
So it'll be a 4th and 3 for South River. Craig Bailey to punt for the Rams. DiGeronimo and Simon are back deep for the Trojans. Nice punt by Bailey. Simon at his 5-yard line. Sid Crawford.
Sid, big Sid, taking down a back.
Sid Crawford on the tackle for South River. Sid's the man this year.
He is. Big Sid. So South River should try to capitalize on the field position here. If they could keep St. Thomas down in the hole, make them punt from down, and maybe go for a punt block.
Rams hoping to have a much better year than last year. 5-4 last year. The first time in 8 years the Rams didn't qualify for the state playoff. And much like this year opening up with Bishop Ahr and St. Peter's, both teams won Parochial A, and the St. Peter's won Parochial B. So the Rams had 2 tough teams to open the schedule last year. As Bishop Ahr running play on 1st down. Robert Jazikoff, 5'8 junior.
starting to get more and more on first down, you know.
Jazikoff on the carry for Bishop Ahr. Second down. I'm surprised we haven't used Jazikoff more. Last week, 24 carries for 95 yards and a touchdown. Jazikoff has been quiet here in the first half.
Well, I'm sure they're going to get to him. You got a lot of football to play here.
Second down for Bishop Ahr. That play going nowhere. Nice defense by South River. John Murphy on the tackle. New quarterback has come on for Bishop Ahr. Joe Holoboski, a senior. So Anthony Martinez apparently not doing the job that Tony Agitino wanted him to do in the first quarter. Bit inexperienced. He's going with the senior Holoboski.
Well, maybe that's a smart move there. Maybe when he goes back to pass, have a little more poise and not throw the big interception. I think that's the big reason why I have the new quarterback in.
Bishop Ahr faced with a 3rd and 7. Holoboski back to throw. Escapes the tackle. Now sprinting out. It's complete to number 8, Aaron Veeries, and heads-up play by Holoboski. Rams had him behind the line of scrimmage. Joe May, number 85.
There was a man deep here. They let him go.
Holoboski was coming through there and completing that pass to Aaron Veeries. First down for the Trojans.
I think this is the first time somebody's proved me right. I just complimented him saying that maybe he'll have him a little more poise, get out of the pocket, and he did just that.
So 1st and 10 Bishop Ahr, their own 32-yard line. Now using Dave Geronimo as kind of like in the slot. Stay on their ground with Jazikoff. Gets a couple running into Larry Crawford with some help from John Murphy, number 64. Called second down and a long 8 for a Trojan first. They trail 6-0. 5:45 to play here in the first half. Craig Scupp along with Mark Gregory. Hope you're enjoying the action on TV 35. Home opener here at Denny Stadium. Balesta going in motion. They stay on the ground to Jazikoff, Sid Crawford, Larry Crawford, along with number 55, Paul Barkalow, in on the tackle for South River. So we'll call it 3rd and a long 5 for Bishop Ahr. So DiGeronimo and Simon are split to the right. They're going to throw, fires over the middle again, complete to Veeries across the 50, inside the 45. Another first down at the Ram 43-yard line.
Joe Holoboski, Craig, really proving himself here. I don't know why. Maybe, I wonder what the reason was for not starting this senior. He seems to be pretty in sync with the receivers. The timing's there. Throws a nice ball.
I think the word from Bishop Ahr was that Martinez had a real good scrimmage against Rawway, so they decided to start him. And they did win last week against St. Peter's, 17-6. But now Holoboski has come on and sparked that Trojan offense. Draw play to Jazikoff, has some room. Wrestled down by Smalley.
6-yard gain.
Jazikoff on the carry. Clark Smalley makes the stop.
I think the Rams defense has really got to stiffen up there. That time they really fooled him, St. Thomas. He went back. Some good play calling.
Pickup of 6, 2nd and 4 for the Trojans. Under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Rams lead 6-0 on the Joe Chipkowski intercept for a touchdown. Again, staying on the ground, picking up the first down, Adam Veltri, the junior, straight up the middle. Mike Dean on the stop.
The Rams, really.
Veltri picking up the first down. Mike Dean.
The Rams haven't had any offense, really, Craig, if you look back on the first half. The one big play on defense, and they really can't.
The 1st and 10 Trojans at the South River 31-yard line. Bishop Ahr driving. And they've really been sparked, as Mark mentioned, the insertion of Joe Holoboski into the lineup. Simon and Steve Balesta are wide to the left. Jazikoff and Veltri are the setbacks for Bishop Ahr. Some motion on the left side. Looks like number 77, senior Tom Rory jumping. The Rams get a break there.
They do.
5-yard penalty against Bishop Ahr.
I guess it'll kind of stop their momentum a little bit, Craig. The momentum of St. Thomas are really mounting a very nice drive so far.
So 5-yard mark off. 1st and 15 for the Trojans. Holoboski to pass on first down. He is sacked by number 64, John Murphy.
Craig, I think the ends were coming that time. The ends were firing definitely that time, expecting pass, and South River kind of anticipated that. Good play by the coach. Good call.
But inventive play calling by Tony Agustina wants to throw on first down and instead of the traditional run.
True. I think South River might be advantageous for them to throw on first down a couple times. For defense.
Call it 2nd and about 23 for Bishop Ahr. First down. Holoboski to throw under pressure. Lets it go and again completes to Aaron Ferries. 3rd catch in the afternoon.
That's a very good poise by the quarterback. Very flags down though. Good concentration. Illegal use of the hands.
Ferries kind of working out of as a wingback, the 5'10 senior.
They seem to be running that curl over the middle, and there's just nobody. The linebackers were firing that time. They were coming for South River. They had a rush on. And that's vulnerable in there. And when you send your linebackers, the curl area is vulnerable.
Penalty against South River, illegal use of the hands. So just when the Rams had the Trojans stymied for a second, bounce back, just basic pass over the middle.
That's what I'm saying. Well, the linebackers were firing, and Holoboski was under pressure. Nice play.
Trojans have a 3rd and 3. We're approaching the 2-minute mark here in the first half. The Jazz of the coffin. He's got the first down off left tackle. Jazz off left tackle, first down, Bishop Ahr.
Long count that time. I think they were trying to draw the Rams off and didn't quite do it, but still got the first down. That's what they wanted. I think they wanted to do it the easy way first by calling a long count.
The Trojans at the Ram 19-yard line. 1:35 to play here in the first half. Trojans driving. Trail 6-0. Again, Jazikoff off left tackle, has some running room, racing to the goal line, touchdown. Sloppy defense that time by South River.
Big hole over the right side. 19-yard run by Robert Jazikoff. 5'8" senior. Tailback. Not that big, Craig. And he had a big hole.
You mentioned how quiet he was, but as soon as Holoboski came in, opened up the offense with some passing, and Jazikov has some running room. Tom Witka led the county in scoring last year has come on. Chris Farley will hold. We're tied at 6. Rams missed their extra point. Right through the upright. So with 1:23 remaining, it's Bishop Ahr 7 and South River 6. We'll be right back. Bart Smalley and Bob Ballas. Witka the kickoff. Trojans lead at 7-6.
An impressive drive by St. Thomas. What a kick out of the end zone, Craig.
So Tom Witka had a 26-yard field goal in the win against St. Peter's.
Like I said in the beginning, he's an all-county kicker. As a junior, I believe. Sophomore. As a sophomore, he's a junior now. Ooh.
Again, that extra point failed. Could be a big play.
That's right. Got to make that extra point. Extra points always been so shaky.
The Rams have 1:23 remaining here in the first half, trailing by 1, 7-6. Laporta throw on first down, intended for Diem, incomplete. Pass intended for Diem, incomplete. Second down for South River.
That was a wing back in the split end. Did two V-out kind of patterns, one deep, one short. And Diem was open. The pass just didn't get there. The timing was off.
This time the Rams will have Bob Ballas, number 82, at receiver. 2nd and 10. Give to Ballas. Loses control. Ball is loose, and Bishop Ahr has it. Rams a bit of a razzle-dazzle there. Hurt him.
Right hand. Oh, definitely. I think South River, they can't get down on this. They have to keep their poise, keep their...
Could be a big play here, especially if the Trojans score.
Exactly. Yesterday, a quick note. Highland Park won. The Blue Jays from Middlesex lost. Yeah, right. So, defending Group 1 champs.
We're predicting Highland Park, one of the contenders for Central Jersey Group 1. Rams will have to play them this year at Highland Park. 1st and 10, Trojans, 52 seconds of play. Holoboski to throw on first down, looking for the end zone. And Simon got tripped up. No flag on the play.
If he didn't get tripped, he would have... I think it would have been a very interesting play.
That stops the clock with 47 seconds. Would have been wide open.
They're going to put the ball up in the air, I think, every down here. They might try a run now, but after this play, I think they're going to try to put it up. They can try. They'll probably go for that curl over the middle. I got Simon wide left.
Holoboski to throw, fires over the middle. Nearly intercepted right through the hands of Bob Ballas.
Well, Craig, they can go for a field goal here now. And they're all county kicker. So they still can, they'll probably get 3 out of this looking ahead.
It's a good point. Most clubs, you have to go for the touchdown because your kicking game, most clubs have enough trouble just getting the extra point.
Right.
But you obviously got a strong leg in Witka and a 3-point edge with the Rams missing that extra point. A luxury most clubs don't have.
True. It is a luxury, as you stated.
So Simon is wide to left, 41 seconds to play. 3rd down. Holoboski scrambling, threw it away. Looked like he was going to swing that pass to the back coming out of the backfield, but he was throwing on his opposite foot.
South River picked that up very well. No, they're going to do it.
The Tom Whitka's come on to try the field goal. Placed at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 35-yard field goal try for the junior. Chris Farley will hold. 36 seconds to play. The kick is up. And it is good. So Tom Whitka connecting from 35 yards out. The Trojans now lead it 10-6. Tom Whitka connecting from 35 yards out. 10-6 Trojans. Tom Whitka set to kick off. Back deep for the Rams, Joe Chipkowski, Bob Ballas, and guard Smalley.
Rams turnover. Converts.
10 second quarter points by the Trojans. Just a half a minute play here in the first half. Nice boot by Whitka. Ballas at his own 5, cuts to the left side of the field. Brought down by number 89, John Polidori. That stops the clock with 23 seconds. The Rams are starting so deep in their own territory, you got to be a bit cautious, and they tried that play, wide receiver end around, and it hurt them, 3 points.
True. They might, I think they're going to have to go for it up top here without a doubt, but they can't just let it run out, and they're gonna.
Clock winding down, it's 5 seconds. So that'll do it. Let's run down the scoring. Rams got on top, 6-17 in the first quarter. Joe Chipkowski picked off a pass, ran 35 yards. The kicks failed, so the Rams led 6-0. Then with 1:23 remaining, Robert Jasikoff, a 19-yard run. Whitka kick made it 7-6 Trojans. And then Tom Whitka with just 30 seconds remaining in the first half, 35-yard field goal. So the score at halftime is Bishop Ahr 10, South River 6. We'll be back with third quarter action in just a moment.
A halftime performance with the driving rhythms of Firestar. past decades, Kenny Rogers has been a vital force in country and Western music. The South River High School Marching Band concludes today's show with Kenny's beautiful ballad, Love the World Away.
We're back at Denny Stadium. Craig Scuff along with Mark Gregory. Start of quarter number 3. Rams trailing 10-6. Your thoughts on the first half?
South River started off with a lot of momentum. The interception, they had the psych. Turned around when number 11, Joe Holoboski, came in for the Trojans. He turned that team around. He sparked them up, got them psyched, hit a couple passes over the middle. And
Sid Crawford set the kickoff for South River.
I really think he turned the game around, Craig, in my opinion. He really did. The Rams defense didn't really prove to be so potent there. They ran over the right side of the defense. It was a number of times.
It was much more confidence, you can tell, in Bishop Ahr's offense. So Tony Ashatino yanked Tony Martinez, put in Holoboski. Sid Crawford the kickoff. Fielded by Tim Simon. Moves it across the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
Good field position again for the Trojans. I'll tell you, I look for them to come out and throw in here.
And one of the reasons they get better field position, they have a much stronger kicker in Tom Whitka, booming him in the end zone.
Like I said at halftime when we were talking, if it gets down to a 13-10 game, the Rams score really, you've got to hold them from getting inside the 40-yard line, or he'll kick one and you know, win the game.
So Joe Holoboski will start the second half at quarterback. Did not start the ball game, but has really sparked this Bishop Ahr offense to 10 second quarter points. Stay on the ground, has the first down. Robert Jazikoff had 95 yards rushing last week. Good way to start the second half.
Very good way.
Robert Jazikoff on the carry for the Trojans. First down, Bishop Ahr.
Bill Sharon coming into the game.
Call it a 12-yard pickup. So first and 10 Trojans are at the South River 48-yard line. Bill Sharon has come on replacing Dennis Nowicki. This time to Veltri. Met at the line of scrimmage by Larry Crawford, Sid Crawford, Tom Chipkowski. A second down and 10. 10.5 to play here in the third quarter. Trojans with a 10-6 lead. Simon is wide to the right. Bosky back to throw over the middle, complete to Simon, wrestled down by Joe Drum, but about a 13-yard pickup and another Bishop Ahr first down.
There's that curl. I think that's linebacker responsibility in a 5-3, that deep curl. The defensive backs really...
A catch by Simon, Drum on the tackle. First down, once again for the Trojans.
The defensive back really can't cover that because he's got to give a little bit of cushion, and it's almost a guaranteed completion. Then again, if they're stunting, if South River's stunting, as I said, it's vulnerable right there. That curl is it.
Give the Jazikoff off left tackle. Hit down at the 25-yard line. Another nice pickup.
They're just destroying the Rams right off the line. Second and short, passing down.
It's a dangerous situation. They could pass if they don't connect. About 2 yards on third down. I'm sure to go for it on fourth down. They had excellent field position right here.
They could always kick a field goal, too. But the way they're going, driving, they'll go for it.
Then DiGeronimo in motion. Stay on the ground. The Jazikoff has the first down inside the 20. Hit down about the 18-yard line by Mike Dean.
Jazikoff picking up the first down. Dean on the tackle.
The Rams just not, defense just not doing the job. They're not coming off the line hitting. Big holes for Aquinas runners. Like you said, Jazikoff, he was quiet in the first quarter, and all of a sudden, you said his name, Craig, and
exploded. Jazikoff trying to get around the left end, met there and driven out of bounds by number 82, Bob Ballas.
Well, like I said, they don't, they get down to a fourth down situation here.
Jazikoff once again Ballas on the stop.
They'll kick the field goal if they get down here in a fourth down situation, and you can't blame them.
5-yard pickup. Couple of substitutions for Bishop Ahr. Number 32, Darrell Watson has come on, replacing Jazikoff. Much needed rest for the junior. Simon and DiGeronimo are wide to the right. Backs are split. Pitch to Walton, and he is hit there by Sid Crawford with some help from number 85, Joe May.
The defensive end and the tackle.
Third and 8 for Bishop Ahr. 7 minutes, 30 seconds remaining, quarter number 3. I think it's a big drive in the ball game, Mark. The Rams have to come up big. But you mentioned Whitka with the field goal possibility. Most teams come up dry.
That's right.
At least they get 3.
That's right. They'll get 3 out of this drive if the Rams stop them here. I'm sure they'll go for the field goal.
3rd and 8, Bishop Ahr. Balesta in motion. Holoboski to throw over the middle, over through Simon. Penalty flag on the play.
Now, that ball wasn't catchable. How could you call interference?
That ball was sailing over the head of the intended receiver, Tim Simon. Sometimes, Mark, even if there is contact, it's really the referee's decision whether that ball could be caught, and
It was not catchable. I mean, excuse me. Who was the defensive back on that side?
They might have been Ballas.
Ballas. He probably grabbed onto the shirt.
So Bill Terry not happy with that call. That gives Bishop Ahr a first down.
Penalty against South River, first down for the Trojans.
So it was a legal block.
So big drive here in the ball game. 6:57 to play in the 3rd quarter. 10-6 Bishop Ahr. Lead. 1st and goal for the Trojans at the South River 8-yard line. And it's a motion on the left side from
That's gotta help.
Aaron Veres, 5'10" senior jumping off. At that time, it looked like the Trojans were almost in a wishbone type thing. They had a fullback and 2 tailbacks.
Tailbacks. Craig, I don't know. I don't know what the Rams have to go into a goal line defense here, obviously. And I'll tell you, St. Thomas is going to put the ball in the air. I think they're going to do it on this down, too.
Now it's 1st and goal at the Ram 14-yard line. Holoboski gives to Jazikoff inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. So 11-yard pickup for Robert Jazikoff.
Robert Jazikoff on the carry inside the 5.
Jazikoff on a draw play, Craig. The Rams totally fooled.
They executed that beautifully. It really looked like Holoboski was back to throw.
I was fooled, too.
So now 2nd and goal for Bishop Ahr. Straight up the middle to Adam Veltre, stopped at the line of scrimmage by Tom Shukowski.
Always comes up big in this situation. Usually their goal line's tough. They got a tough goal line defense. Then again, I wouldn't be surprised to see him pop back and hit a slant over the middle or something. Simon and DeGeronimo split right, and double slant, something of that nature.
Number 32, Darrell Watson in the backfield for Bishop Ahr. 3rd and goal for the Trojans. They're on the ground, and Watson wrestled down. Nice play by number 46, Larry Crawford.
And they're going to kick it.
Watson on the carry. Larry Crawford on the stop. Field goal try upcoming for Bishop Ahr.
Tom Whitka has come on. 5:10 to play. Must be a big field goal because even the Rams get a touchdown and an extra point, will be tied. So number 43, Tom Whitka, to try a field goal. 22-yard attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 4:51 to play, the score, Bishop Ahr 13, South River 6.
Take a break.
So Tom Whitka set the kick off. Joe Chipkowski, Gart Smalley, and Bob Ballas are back deep. 7-point edge now for the Trojans. Ballas fumbles, picks it up at his own 5. And he's hit out of bounds to the 14-yard line by number 22, Jim Chazira.
The Rams offense hasn't been on the field yet in the third quarter. We only have 4:45 left. So, possession, big part of the game.
Whitka, a big part of the game. He's got 7 points already. He had 5 points last week. He's an important part of their offense, much like the pro game where you need a good field goal kicker. It gives them an added dimension.
Definitely. Like I said, the Rams have to, they can't let them, they get inside the 30 or 40, it's 3 points.
Rams working from their own 14-yard line, straight up the middle. Joe Chipkowski across the 20, about the 22-yard line, 8-yard pickup.
8-yard run by Chipkowski. Second down for the Rams.
Craig, looking ahead, South River scores. What do you think they would go for the 2 points? Just a quick question.
I think if they got in the third quarter, they'd probably go just for the tie and play it safe. Rams got to worry about getting the score first.
Yeah. Oh, I was just looking ahead.
But they'll probably go for the tie. Once again, Joe Chipkowski met at the line of scrimmage. That may have been a good time for a pass there.
Second down short. You got to use it. You use your, you got to use a little creativity in your play calling. Definitely second and short like that. You go deep with it. That just shows there's no confidence. I think the Rams could go a foot.
And the wind's not a factor today, so passing.
They're in a slot.
Going to pass on first down. Lepore looking deep for Smalley, overthrew him.
Pass intended for Smalley. Second down for Suffolk.
That was a risky play.
True. I think if you're going to throw one, not go up top like that, wing back up the middle, splitting the defenders, I think maybe you go for a curl. Maybe utilize the curl like St. Thomas is doing to us. St. Thomas defense, there are defensive backs, they have 4 defensive backs, 2 linebackers. Now, Simon moves up here on the line, and they rotate. It's an umbrella.
Go to Chipkowski, trying to get around left side. Hit for about a 2-yard loss.
Chipkowski on the carry. Here's a loss a couple yards on that. Third down for the Rams.
Lost about a yard, so 3rd and 11. Rams, in the past couple years, just starting from poor field position, don't really have a really potent offense, a big passing game to get out of the hole at time. They send Chipkowski, Smalley, Tom Chipkowski wide to the right, complete to Joe Chipkowski. Has some running room. Gets by Simon, racing along the sideline. Across the 30, inside the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown! What a play!
Definitely a stop pass to the right sideline. Greg. Craig, they got a good block. I didn't catch by who. Somebody split right with Chipkowski. A beautiful block on Simon and sprung Chipkowski. A great run, showed great speed, beating all defenders. So now here, what do they do? We're posed with that problem.
You foresaw that, bro. It looks like Lepore's on. Go for the tie. You got a whole quarter. So Dino home for Michael Poore. He missed earlier in the game. Joe Chipkowski, his second touchdown. Fake to Dean. Going to throw throws into the end zone and is intercepted. The Rams still trail 13-12. Let's take a break. 2:37 to play. You're watching South River TV 35. So Sid Crawford is set to kick off. Tim Simon, Adam Veltri are back deep for the Trojans. Rams now trail by 1, 13-12. Rams are
Points haunting South River.
short kick by Sid Crawford, taken by Watson. Falls to the ground at the 43-yard line of Bishop Ahr.
He didn't have to do anything except fall to the ground. He got excellent field position.
Kicking game a big factor.
True. True. South River's got to work on that. I think that's their weak point right now. Their kicking game.
So again, excellent field position for the Trojans of Bishop Ahr. 1 point lead, 13-12. Robert Jazakov's been the workhorse for the Trojan offense. Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. Stay on the ground. Jazakov for a couple. Foul is on the stop. Called gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
5-minute Ram thing.
Trying to fire up that defense. So Simon is wide to the right. Jazakov once again hit behind the line of scrimmage. Paul Barkalow.
A strong tackle. Sophomore.
Had a couple tackles. Looks like he's the defensive end right now.
Coming from the defensive end.
So 3rd and 12 for Bishop Ahr. Holoboski back to throw under pressure, running. Cuts inside Crawford. Gets about 8 yards. Still too many.
Still.
Catch being called by Smalley. He kneels it down at his own 26-yard line.
That was a smart play now. They let that bounce. Hey, this is their best field position of the half.
She's not that great. Not saying much, but perhaps some added confidence for the Rams. So just 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Final play of the quarter. Beam is wide to the right. Joe Chipkowski around right in, has a block, has running room, cuts to the outside, finally wrestled down. 13-yard pickup, brought down at the 40-yard line by Tim Simon. So that'll do it for quarter number 3. We'll be back with fourth quarter action. The score after 3, Bishop Ahr 13, South River 12. Stay with us. We mentioned Joe Chipkowski is going to be an important part of the Ram offense, and
he is the Ram offense. Well, the Rams seem to have found some openings here late in the game.
That time Rams going with Larry Crawford. Todd Check came on in the ballgame for a brief instant as Joe Chipkowski and Tom Chipkowski returned. Second and 10. Pitch to Joe Chipkowski, trying to get around the outside and going to the well once too often.
True, Chipkowski looks like he gets up. Looked like he was in pain for a second.
Rams just haven't established a passing game this far.
No, they haven't. They haven't really given it a chance, though. They really didn't mix up patterns or try new things. They just went with the basic deep pass. I guess since Hudak, the Rams really haven't been a passing.
3rd and 17 for South River. Lepore back to throw. And he is sacked by number 31, Peter Mercurio.
They're going to have to punt. They should have went with the drag.
Fourth down by number 31, Peter Mercurio. Fourth down for South River.
DiGeronimo and Simon go back deep as Rams will be forced to punt.
They had the time to throw, Craig. Just couldn't find the receiver.
So Craig Bailey, number 87, on for South River. See if Simon picks it up. He does. Met there by a whole host of Ram tacklers. Nice special teams coverage.
They were late getting down there, though, Craig. But they did manage to get Simon. I think he could have came up on that ball maybe, or the up man and tried to get a fair catch. Would even had better field position.
The Bishop Ahr will start this drive. 1st and 10 at their own 38. 9:45 to play in the ball game. Trojans a 1-point lead, 13-12. Simon and DiGeronimo are wide to the right. Backs are split. Jasnikov breaking a couple of tackles, hit hard by Sid Crawford, about a 2-yard pickup. Late flag, appears to be against Bishop Ahr.
probably didn't have their mouthpiece in. That was the call.
So 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15. Looks like a possible audible here called by Holoboski. Long count for Bishop Ahr. To Veltre off the left side. Still going. Finally knocked out of bounds. Has the first down. 17-yard pickup for the 5'6" junior, Veltre.
Holoboski looked like he was audible, and well, St. Thomas does audible, and he probably saw that South River was in a 40 defense. Show and rush, he checked off. Smart play.
Big play. They get a first down. Can eat up the clock. Inside Ram territory at the South River 49. Like Aaron Viras is now wide to the right. Stay on the ground to Jazikoff. Run by Veltre, a big play.
That going on the right side of the Rams.
Clock winding down, 8:15 to play.
Rams back in the 53.
Jim Mackwitz in the secondary now for South River. Wears number 10. Jazikoff once again tripped up by Paul Barkalow.
Jazikoff on the carry, Barkalow on the tackle. 3rd down for Bishop Ahr.
Well, Paul Barkalow's had a good ball game, couple of tackles.
Yep, and Nowicki comes in. The Rams probably put Barkalow as a linebacker. Now he'll be the defensive end.
Timeout taken by Bishop Ahr, so we'll take a break. 13-12 Trojan, 7:27 to play. They'll call it 3rd and 3 for Bishop Ahr. Passing play, Holoboski gets away, scrambling, being chased by Larry Crawford. It's complete to number 41, Steve Balesta. Loses the ball out of the end zone, touchback. A touchback, what a crazy play. It'll be Ram ball at their 20-yard line. Touchback.
That should be a touchback. Should be South River ball.
So it'll be South River ball.
It'll be South River ball. 1st and 10.
So the Rams get a big break there. Some sloppy tackling, but Balesta got away there.
Pawlowski, telling you, he's the key to St. Thomas's offense. According to me, from what I saw, I didn't see their scrimmages, previous games. You know, I can't say that, that much, but I really feel he's turned his team around today.
So Rams a big opportunity. I didn't see which Ram made that hit. That popped that ball.
Good hit.
Tom Chipkowski trying to go around the outside. Brought down by Simon with some help from number 31, Peter Mercurio. Pick up a 5. Second and 5, South River, 6:40 to play in the ball game. Guard Smalley now wide to the left. Ball is loose. And looks like Bishop Ahr has it. Bishop Ahr on the fumble. Could be the ball game right there, Mark.
Absolutely right, Craig. You got to be perfect when it comes down right now. 6 minutes left. The defense is just going to have to do the job here.
So 1st and 10 at the Ram 20. Give the Jazz a cough off left tackle for about 6 yards. 2nd and 4 upcoming for the Trojans. .5:25 to play in the ball game. Trojans trying to ice this ball game, lead by 1. Straight up the middle, runs right into Sid Crawford. Adam Veltri on the carry.
They got 3 out of this, Craig, at least. They're going to get 3.
Sid Crawford makes the stop.
Big down. Rams here. St. Thomas will still get a field goal out of this. And that'll be, if that happens, it'll be the 3rd of the day for Whitaker.
Joe Drum now in the secondary for South River. Where's number 69? Tim Simon is wide to the right for Bishop Ahr. Some motion, the right side of the Bishop Ahr offense. Number 50, Luke Buza, against the Trojans. Substitution for South River. Number 85, Joe May comes on, replacing Paul Barcalow. That'll be a 3rd and 10. Balesta and Simon are the receivers. Balesta now going in motion. Draw play to Jazikoff, beautifully run. Wrestled down by Dean, shy of the 1st down. That play worked big for them before.
True, that tricked me that time. And here comes the kicking unit. Tom Whitaker.
So Whitaker has 2 field goals already. 22 yards and 35 yards. This one will be a 33-yard attempt. Chris Farley will hold. 3:15 to play in the ball game. Bad snap, Whitaker looking to throw. Heaves it in the end zone. Incomplete, very close to a touchdown. The intended receiver Tom Golder, I think the Rams just gave up, figure Whitka wouldn't get the throw off, but very close to a touchdown.
Still, the Rams have to get a touchdown anyway. Oh, they could get a field goal too. I mean, Michael Ahr can hit. In pregame, we saw him hitting from 30 yards, 35, but it's not a guarantee almost. If the snap was down for Whitka, I mean, I'm sure he would have put it through.
Rams a long way to go, starting at their own 16-yard line. 3:03 to play in the ball game. Tom Chipkowski cutting inside to about the 20-yard line.
Out of bounds. You got to get to that sideline. A lot of out pattern.
Tom Chipkowski on the carry, 3-yard pickup.
So we'll call 2nd and 7. 2:37 to play in the ball game. Rams don't have much time. Another fumble. Here's Joe Chipkowski picking it up. Busted play. Michael Ahr having trouble with that snap.
I don't know. Murphy was a center last year. He's a center this year. They should be pretty well acquainted by now.
Rams better hurry. Just clock winding down. 2:05. The 3rd and 11. Be tough for the Rams to pull this one out.
It will. They need a big play, and their big play man's not in the game. Slot right. Motion.
Complete the guard Smalley across the 20 to about the 21-yard line. Rams finally called timeout, stopping the clock at 1:32. Crowd quiet here at Denny Stadium. Does not look good.
I would do it again. I would go with the over the middle with the drag. Right here in this situation, you want to get the ball out pattern, quick out pattern. That's all.
Rams faced with a 4th and 5. Then we look back, Mark, that big play. Rams decide not to go for the 1-point extra point. 1 for 2. They trail by 1.
You got to look at both ways. You know, both sides of that argument. You know, we don't want to settle for a tie. Tie is just like a loss. You know, to South River, and they're going to go. You know, they want the win or nothing. And I guess that's the call that people would have wanted. And I think if you polled 100 people in the stands here, they probably would go for it too.
So the Rams trying to keep this drive alive. 4th and 5, 1:32 to play in the ballgame. Todd Check, Joe Chipkowski, and Guard Smalley are wide to the right. That play will take big dividends early in the ballgame. Complete to Mike Dean, has the first down at the 48-yard line. What a play.
Good call. Very good play calling. You got to agree with it. 1, it worked. 2, it fooled St. Thomas. They put 3 guys out to the right. They thought Chipkowski was going to get the stop pattern. No, they send Mike Dean up the middle. Great call. Great execution.
Crowd comes to life here at Denny Stadium. The Rams with some new life.
They can't get too excited now. They still got a long way to go.
Rams have 1 timeout remaining.
They have to utilize the sideline. They have to get that out pattern.
Right now they have the ball at the 48-yard line of South River. 1:25 to play. The Rams may work a little sideline pattern here.
They got one timeout left.
So as we look at Bill Shatari with his squad, you wonder if that play works so well. You wonder why the Rams didn't try it earlier.
Well, they set him up with that night. Well, he scored a touchdown on the stop pattern. Totally surprised me.
Pitch to Joe Chipkowski, lost a couple yards, wasted play there. That's the old pitch to Mike Wallace play.
True. No matter that, Bill pitched to Troy Hill. I mean, you want to go back.
Rams lost 2 yards on that.
But remember, I was blocking for Mike Wallace.
That's why it worked, right?
That's right.
So minute 20. Second and a long 11 for Ram first down. Diem is wide to the right. Lepore rolling out to his right. Complete the deed inside the 40 to the 39. Another first down.
Kind of puzzles me why they didn't utilize Mike Dean earlier in the game. Doesn't it kind of wonder why didn't they use Mike Dean from the first quarter?
See how the defense is. I would hear when another pass, they'll probably think the Rams going back to the run, alternating.
But yeah, this would be a good passing situation. A good time to pass right now. You're right.
A minute 2 to play in the ballgame. 13-12, Bishop Ahr. Lepore back to throw. Complete the guard. Smalley gets out of bounds. Stops the clock with 54 seconds. What I thought, Mark, maybe just, an average game has really turned into a bit of an exciting one here at the end.
True. You gotta love it, though.
Rams just got about 3 yards on that catch by Smalley. But more importantly, he did get out of bounds. Rams take their last timeout.
Bad decision.
It looks like the players weren't sure what called, and Bill Shatari didn't want the timeout.
Obviously, timeout not called by the coach. Players decided that one. They could have kept their points, called their own play, maybe if they got something mixed up. You gotta have confidence in yourself in that situation. I know years ago, I'm sure Hudak and those guys would have said, hey, put their heads together and called the play right there on the spot themselves. If that was the case, something else might have been wrong. Not enough players, In any case, we got a great game.
Rams trying to pull this one out, trailing by a point. This time, Makowitz, guard Smalley, and Tom Chipkowski are all wide to the left. Complete to Makowitz. He's got a man open in the end zone. It's complete. To Bob. To Joe May. Unbelievable.
They're pulling out all the stops. Craig,
at the 1 yard line.
Craig, where were these plays in the first quarter?
45 seconds to go. Rams without a timeout. Both benches shuffling players in and out of the lineup.
Give it to Chipkowski right up the middle.
45 seconds to play. Rams hoping not for a fumble here.
Well, you got to watch. Remember the snap. coughing up those negative points. Let's go for it, Sean.
1 yard line. Chipkowski, touchdown!
South River takes the lead. Craig, Joe Chipkowski, an excellent day. Utter mayhem in Ramland.
Rams going for the extra point here, 18-13. Michael Ahr will try. Mike Dean holding. Here's the kick is up. And it's good. So just 40 seconds to play.
I don't know.
Truly one of the most incredible comebacks we've seen here at Denny Stadium in a long time, even through the great years.
Let's give these kids a lot of credit, Craig. They really played tough, hung in there, never gave up. Hey, it's not over yet, though. Let's, you know, never over till it's over. Believe. Once the Yankee coach said.
So Sid Crawford has been alternating with Lepore. So Michael Lepore will kick off. Getting on the scorekeeper. Lay low, Mark. Objects are being hurled. But Rams need some big special teams coverage here. Michael Lepore to kick off. Trying to get all the guys on one side now. I don't know what Bill Shatteri's intentions are here.
The ref wasn't ready. One of our officials.
All sorts of confusion on the field. And I don't think they were ready this time either. And it's going out of bounds. Obviously the first game for South River, so some confusion on the sideline. I don't think he waited for the signal, Lepore. There was all sorts of confusion. Rams looked like they were almost lining up for an onside kick.
Yeah. I don't know why they'd want to do that.
The only thing I could think of, they'd kick it to one side and have, say, 8 players converging on the carrier.
But no, that's kind of risky, because then he switches directions. Good night, Irene.
Now he's got a kick from the 35. It's never easy, is it, Mark?
No.
A long 40 seconds.
They're going to put, it looks like they have Mike Dean back. I don't know if he's normally on special teams. Lepore's going to kick off. Sid kicked off in the half, right? We kicked, Sid kicked.
So Lepore will kick off from the 35-yard line, just 40 seconds. So I guess we're ready here. Yeah. Line drive, Booth, and a good one. Fielded by Simon at his own 23. Knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line by number 47, Tom Eicher. Stops the clock with 35 seconds. Pretty good field position for Bishop Ahr.
Look for him to put it in the air.
Simon was knocked out of bounds by number 47, Tom Eicher.
This crowd, this team, everybody's fired up, Mark. You got to watch for Ferris in that pass coming out of that little swing pattern he was doing. Simon and DiGeronimo are wide to the left. Backs are split. DiGeronimo goes in motion. Holoboski rolling out. He is sacked. Ball is loose. See if they did not whistle that play dead. Big break for Bishop Ahr. Picked up a couple yards as Jazikoff picked it up. Stops the clock with 24 seconds. Picked up about 2 yards. Chant of defense from the crowd here at Denny Stadium. 24 seconds to go. Rams lead it 19-13. Simon and Steve Ballesta are wide to the left. Ballesta goes in motion. Holoboski back to throw. Complete to Simon. Knocked out of bounds at the 27-yard line with 15 seconds to play. Mark, would you blitz the linebacker there?
They have to go for the touchdown. South River they have to get a rush here. They have to put still the pressure on Holoboski. He's still playing well. Usually most high school quarterbacks, you get the pressure on them, they either can go down or they throw the ball away bad, but Holoboski stays in there and he throws effective passes under great pressure.
Of course, a touchdown here would tie the ball game up, and it'll go for the extra point. Tim Simon is wide to the left. Steve Ballesta, the slot back. Ballesta goes in motion. Holoboski to throw. 13 seconds. Heaving for the end zone. Incomplete. Nice coverage there by Bob Ballard.
Again, the clock stopped. They're going to get 2 more cracks at it, Craig.
The only thing they could run up the clock is to force Holoboski to scramble a bit.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. They put pressure on him or they sack him, it's all over. I'm sure. How many timeouts does St. Thomas have? They have at least 1 timeout left. Probably all of them.
Ballesta and Simon wide to the left.
They just got to protect that end zone.
Ballesta going in motion. Holoboski to throw. 7 seconds to go. Looking for the end zone. Incomplete. Stops the clock at 3 seconds.
1 more try.
It still looks like Bishop Ahr too much room out there.
True. The receivers are awfully close. I mean, usually in the last seconds they throw it up. It's not really even close. But now let's reflect a little. Why wasn't he starting this game? True, the other quarterback.
I think the case was Tony Martinez took over last year due to their injured quarterback. They played well. They won a parochial. He had some good games in the scrimmages, and they beat St. Peter's. But you have to be impressed with Joe Holoboski. 3 seconds to go. They send 3 receivers wide to the right. Looking for the end zone. Incomplete. And the Rams win the ball game. The final score, South River 19, Bishop 13. Let's hear it for the Rams. We'll be back with a wrap-up of the final. Rams 19, Trojans 13. What a ball game. Rams, next contest, Saturday night at St. Peter's. Next home game will be October 12th. Here at Denny Stadium. It's homecoming against Carteret. Thanks for coming out. So we're back at Denny Stadium, an exciting ball game. The Rams come from behind for the 19-13 victory. Let's run down the scoring. South River got on the board first. Joe Chipkowski, his first of 3 touchdowns, picked off a pass from Tony Martinez, ran 35 yards. The extra point try failed. So after the first quarter, the Rams led 6-0. Then St. Thomas, Bishop Ahr really came on in the second quarter, especially Robert Jazikoff started using more of the offense. He scored from 19 yards out. Tom Whitka's kick made it 7-6 in favor of Bishop Ahr. And then with just 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter, Tom Whitka, superb field goal kicker, 35-yard field goal, 10-6 Bishop Ahr at halftime. And then into the third quarter, 4:51 remaining, Whitka, once again his second field goal of the afternoon, his third on the year, connects from 22 yards out. Trojans with a 13-6 edge. The Rams offense finally got going. Michael Ahr, 76-yard pass to Joe Chipkowski. The Dean pass failed, so the Rams trailed the Trojans going into the fourth quarter by the score of 13-12. And then with just 40 seconds remaining, a 1-yard run from Joe Chipkowski. All sorts of great passes to Mike Dean during that drive. And the Rams pull it out. Laporte's kick, 19-13, and it looked like the Rams would lose, but were very quiet offense. They really turned around. Mike Laporte's passing came alive in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, true, but I think they didn't really sustain a good drive. Their offense really looked shallow. It really didn't impress me. A couple big plays, you can't rely on that to win the whole season. Their defense did good when it counted in the goal line. Still, I don't think they're going to face anybody with a kicker like Whitka.
The Rams' next game will be moved to Saturday night at Memorial Stadium, New Brunswick, against the Cardinals of St. Peter. We'll probably air that game Monday night on TV 35. Follow the listening. Thanks to our crew, Andy Jason Ovis and Art London. For Mark Gregory, I'm Craig Scup. The final score, South River 19, Bishop Ahr 13. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, buddy.